All right, guys, calm down. Yeah, it's funny. Not that funny though.
All right, what are we talking about on today's episode?
You got chirped. The dude got chirped. Yeah, we gotta replace those with something else. Those are like the stock sound effects.
You ever interrupt me with that again, I swear to God, I'll strangle you in your sleep.
Anyways, episode 2. Look who's watching. Boogaloo. Yeah, we don't know what we're doing. We didn't have anything planned for this one. We just kind of jumped into it. Like, hey, let's do another one real quick.
What's a subject we could talk about?
We could talk about math, science,
I
history.
was just going to say science.
Science. Do you know any new science?
No.
Oh. Imagine like meeting a new person. It's like, hi, I'm Gavin. Hey, want to talk about science? Like, oh, okay.
Yo, we should probably do an intro.
Do we do that?
We probably should.
This is it. We're already
what is
halfway
our show
into
even
the.
called?
It's called Show Not Found.
Oh, okay.
Get it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because of 404.
Yeah. Do people? We haven't even.
I don't know why it's funny.
That's just okay. Like the 404 Club is just like an entity of whatever the hell we want to put on it.
It's like an org name.
It's just
in a
an
way.
umbrella of like,
Yeah.
if we want to, because we have so many dumb things we want to do, but we just never do them.
Like
but
Siege Academy, like 404 Sift. He's coming in, bro, with the gunny.
This is a gaming org now.
No, we just do everything, bro.
Oh yeah.
We don't put ourselves in one bracket, bro. You gotta diversify.
Bracken, bro.
Hey, you was bracket. I haven't heard the word bracken in
Yeah.
ages. I'm bringing it back,
It's not
bro.
a thing anymore, but
I'm
it is
bringing-
now.
I'm bringing it back.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the beauty of it. It could be anything we want it to be.
We could talk about that, honestly, because it's pretty fresh, and I mean, this is kind of what we're doing with it right now.
Yeah, I like. Well, okay. The goal of this year was to do more content,
This
at least
year
for
or
me.
last year.
This year, because it just started.
Okay.
We didn't do any. Well, we failed last year because we didn't do shit.
Well, we had some roadblocks.
What roadblocks? We had the most free time, resources.
Nah, but like we didn't get these mics for a while, and then
It was like the first quarter of the year. We had mics. The thing about it is, and I don't think anybody should let equipment hold them
Laziness.
back. Equipment's a good like excuse
true.
for like I don't have the right stuff to do this,
But
even though
that's a bad
you
excuse
could.
still.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just it's an excuse. You could record a podcast on an iPad mic, and people do, and probably have reached more viewers than
People
anybody.
be-
Like,
Casey Neistat's vlogged on an iPhone. What the fuck? Ain't nobody got excuses. Y'all got phones?
yeah,
Well,
that's the thing. It's just
If
laziness.
you got an Android, I guess you got an excuse.
Oof, alienated all those 4 Android listeners. No, but yeah, it's just we've had the means, we just haven't done anything.
It comes down to laziness.
Yeah,
honestly.
and you got to build a catalog, and you got to stop for a second and like, okay, it can't all be perfect, but as long as you're making it, that's the
I feel
fun
like
of it.
we're definitely not perfectionists, but we want the quality to be there and to like have a good looking like set. And I mean, we balled out with this shit. Like these are expensive ass mics. I mean, like fucking cables with them. We got like the
It's not that we balled out for this in particular, but it was
That's
like
true.
the idea of, hey, we wanted to do this eventually. Like, we might as well get like good stuff that we like will have for years, and
it'll have
we use
multi-purpose for
for
us.
like the majority of last year. What these did were sat on our desk, and we used them to play video games and comm with each other,
yeah.
even though we were a room apart.
Well, I mean, we play with other people too.
Yeah, that's the thing.
sometimes,
But
so,
that's just the funny, like, ironic part of it is that
yeah. True.
you spend so much money on a like audio setup just for it to really just be used for.
I mean, it's a flex. That's all it is.
That's truly what it is. But yeah, it's just laziness, lack of drive. And I definitely wanted this year to be different. So far it is. Look at that.
True.
Month
True.
in, halfway through the first month, and we're already putting stuff out there.
And
making
like,
stuff.
here's the thing with that. Like, if we kind of backtrack to the 404 Club thing, that was like, I don't want to say whim necessarily, but I feel like we named it real quick. But like,
That was probably something that was holding us back, is not knowing how we would release anything we made.
it's kind of like branding ourselves in a way. Like, we've branded ourselves as like, hey, we are the 404 Club. And like, I mean, we got people like Jacob and Will who could come on here, and like, I'd consider them like people who are in it. I mean, like, co-founders. I don't know, man. Like, shit, I don't know. Members maybe, but they ain't up in the thick of it, man.
But it's just a blanket for whatever we want to do. It's not necessarily like a thing yet.
See,
or
that's
anything.
the thing too.
It's just a name.
Because
it's just
if we,
social medias that hey, nobody has this name claim for anything, so let's just use that.
yeah, the thing is if we put ourselves on one path, that's another problem. We'll get lazy with it. Like, if we want to look back and like talk about like Milk Chat, it was so like one thing, and it was like, bro, I'm getting lazy with that shit. We did one episode or two episodes, and we're like, nah.
One published, and the other two were sat in the void.
Yeah.
And I feel that doesn't make me feel good at all. Especially because we had someone from the outside come in and record one with us, and like never got to really see that come to fruition.
Yeah,
it's
and
just a
he was
file on
hyped
a
about
computer,
it,
and
too.
like it's just unfortunate. And that's just pure, just lack of drive and laziness. I will admit that completely. This is definitely a more loose form of content, and starting with something like this is good to just get a solid base of like, I feel like I'd be inspired to do more different things.
Yeah.
Having consistently put out stuff on a channel or a brand.
True.
And that's what this is.
Yeah, I mean,
the show is branded separately as its own thing, but it's under the same, umbrella, like I've said before. It's just a blanket.
Thing is, like, even future stuff, if we want to talk about like kind of future ideas we have, I'm not going to set that in stone and be like anything we say is going to come to fruition. It's just ideas.
No,
I mean,
they
like,
definitely would be fun.
Cooking show, we kind of want to do something like
Yeah.
I'm a dog shit cook. Like, I can cook some stuff, but it's not great, but I can cook it. But like, it'd be cool to cook some shit. Like, I don't know.
See, the original idea for this, like podcast wise, was going to be like a live show, and we did test this like equipment out a number of times, like one or two, I think at least.
Last year, like a while back,
we did like the first test, and we had like your sister call in on the equipment we got, and then we did another test. And I don't know if the live format lends itself to us very well for something like this.
Here's the thing, though. We did get viewers, but I don't think it lends it to our tangents, rants, if you will. A more clipped and like edited type format would be better for us, truthfully.
Yeah, but it's still the nature of a podcast is there, because we'll just kind of be talking. It's not like editing 2-minute chunks every.
I mean, there's plenty of podcasts that are recorded and then up. They're not live streamed or anything like that. And I mean, I listen to plenty that are like that, and they're all good.
And adding chat and interacting with people is a whole nother thing that is just like, you have to think of that. And if you're trying to just like talk to each other, it can be difficult to integrate that and actually have people be a part of it.
I mean, we could do something. I'm not saying do the podcast like the Show Not Found live, but I mean, we could do something, eventually, because we do have the Twitch channel under a name, the 404 Club.
Yeah, that was just one night claiming every single username as humanly possible
on like every media that we would think we'd possibly
I've done that in the
use.
past you've done that too, because it's just a good way to brand yourself. Mine was more or less like my personal username and gamer tag kind of thing. But yeah, I just like looked it up, couldn't find anything, tried to claim it under everything I could.
And
so that's my identity, and it's
I
like
love the
an internet
name.
personality.
Like, to go on to the On a Whim thing, the 404 Club. What did you say? What was it that you said?
Probably something about how we have no idea, like it's
like,
not no inspiration
no
or
talent
motivation.
found or something.
Something really stupid, and like almost a little like cringe, but you don't need to explain the name. That's the thing.
Nah,
You
yeah.
see, my mom, I like showed her the branding and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, what's that mean?" I'm like, "Why does it have to mean anything?"
Yeah, yeah.
like plenty of things are just like a brand name. Like, the hell is like anything mean? Like, you don't need to
True.
know the meaning behind a name. It's just a name. It's a label.
All we know is that everything is sex, and that is a universal truth.
Would you like a sexual metaphor or a nature metaphor?
Nature, please.
When two animals are having sex. Oh God.
You're gonna want the sex one.
Right.
That wasn't it. Nah, but I don't know. I'm like actually in love with the name. Right when you like said it, I was like, dude, that's a fucking baller name. Like, actually, I loved it. Right when you said, I was like, we've had like some. I mean, if we wanted to deep dive some shit, we like back in the day when we were like younger and we wanted to do like YouTube stuff. Haha, we're little kids. We had Hodgepodge Gaming, the Abramovich Bros.
Those things are still up.
Probably hard to find though.
Oh no, they're pretty easy to find. If you look up Hodgepodge Gaming, you'd find that one relatively easy. If you just sort by channel, it's there. So do that and find these clips of Gavin recording a TV playing Batman.
Batman Arkham City.
Yeah. It's top tier cringe, yeah. The stuff is great.
Yo, but
I don't know the login for any of it, so it's forever on the internet. That's what's beautiful about it.
Crazy though is that one we did one with Batman Arkham City, because back in the day we loved those games. I still love those games. Those are
Right.
good games. We did all the gadgets because like we beat the shit out of those games. I'm talking like everything we could do, and there was always one Riddler trophy that evaded me. It'll haunt me. But we like beat the shit out of those games. And we were like younger. How old do you think we were? Like,
I want to say Batman Arkham City came out in like 2011 or 20, probably 2011 or
you'd have to have
2010.
been like 12, 13.
Yeah, probably younger than that. Then if it was 11, we were at least 11.
Well, you think we did it like right when it came out though?
Oh, maybe
We had it
a
pretty
couple
early,
months
though.
after. I think I remember very specifically. It was around. It came out because a lot of games come out in November, and your birthday's around then. So it was like, yeah,
I always
you
loved
got
that.
it like
I deadass always loved that because
a
it was like,
vibe.
yeah, it
of
was
just
like
oh, you got the newest game because it's your birthday, and it's like it
Yeah.
just came out.
I always loved having that.
I think I convinced you to get it. You didn't play the other one. I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And we were like watching videos, and I'm like, because you had like a party, and you got money from everybody, and it collected an amount where you could bought like one game pretty much, and like,
That's
yo,
a
get
good
this
amount for
one
a
just so I
kid,
could retroactively play it through you, which is a thing. I did like for the longest time I didn't have a game system myself. It was like my brothers had it, and I never touched that thing because I wouldn't be allowed near it. So it's like I played games through all my friends. I'd
Younger
go over
brother
there.
vibes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Can't relate.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it had to be like 2011 or something. I'm curious what year that actually came out. Let me look it up.
Man, though, like to talk about that though, man, you know what's crazy? That like brings me in. I'm not gonna detour, but like I was a squeaker for so long, man. Like dead ass. My voice is like, "Hey guys, little Batman gameplay." It's bad. And yeah, like Alex said, I literally propped up a family camera that we had. It's so dog shit. I remember how I did it too.
480p, old school
Oh,
YouTube.
480p, you're giving it credit. That was
Yeah,
144p.
Yeah.
Bro. It was how I propped up the camera is those like living room folding tables that you like
Right.
eat at a fucking share in the living room or something. I had that, and then I piled like books and notebooks on top of that, and then just put the camera on top of those, and then just turned it on and recorded my TV. It is
And
so bad.
It was 2011. I just looked it up. So that video is probably out around 2012. So we were at least 12.
Oh man, yeah, we'd have to have been.
Late
12.
November 11. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so bad, but it's a video that I will look back on. And what I was trying to get to before is what's crazy about it is it got like what 10,000 views.
Yeah, that's what's wild.
Addison, like a 12-year-old getting 10,000 views on YouTube is like, bro, I am
That's
the
big
biggest
ups,
shit,
yeah.
bro. Holy shit. And then like, I mean,
we did another one about like an ice glitch, and it was basically just an entire ripoff of somebody else's video that we just like copied and did ourselves. So we
that
wanted to
one
see
did
if it
not
worked.
do numbers.
It did something though. It
It
was
did
like at least
okay.
1,000 or close to that, and it was like, whoa, that's still big for like nothing.
Oh, bro, I'm 21 and I'm still riding on the 10,000
That's a high
views I
right
got
there.
on 12, bro. Yeah, I uploaded when I was 12. Got like 10,000 views. I don't like to brag.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing close to what you've got on some of your fucking videos.
I don't.
What is that? Half a mil plus?
It's I think it's like 800,000, close to that now.
Bro, some people are huge and they don't have mils on their fucking videos. That's what's nuts.
I'm not gonna ride that out. I'm not like necessarily
mean-
proud of something I made when I was 15 and now.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But I'd be like, yeah.
I don't really like
YouTube
because
video
it's like an old video, and I'm just like, yeah, it's just kind of cringe, dog. Like that's just, ugh. I don't like that.
Talking about like a deep dive on our YouTube stuff. That's so like, if you were the kind of person that's like us, where you like the idea of trying to become a YouTuber, I put money on it. You have some like deep dive YouTube content that you
Right.
have.
It's like, oh, let me
that
make a
you
new channel because I
cannot
was a
get
kid
rid
and I
of.
forgot the password. And
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't-
it's locked in.
I had like 50 different emails before I settled on one when I finally grew
Yeah.
up a little bit. I'm like, yeah, this is just my name and it's an email, so
and
I'll use it
it's-
for the rest of my life.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know. It was because it was a new game. That's why we hit with it.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. But then we like years later came back with like a Minecraft Let's Play of some sorts, and that was just
It's horrible. That one I'm ashamed of.
that is an artifact of its time.
Oh yeah, I'll be looking back at that when I'm like 30. Like Jesus,
Why did I make this?
I'll go
It's
back
out on the
beat the
internet
shit
now.
out of myself.
What's even worse, I have got videos from when I was even younger doing YouTube with like a flip
Ryan
camera.
Coffee.
That shit's hilarious. I actually do love going back and
Those are
watching those.
really funny.
Like I could be like, God, I wish these were erased from the internet, but I actually love them because they're so stupid and like I was just like hilariously dumb. It was like a second channel because I remember that was just like the thing back in the day. All these YouTubers would have like their 2 channel where they just upload personal stuff or something weird like behind the scenes. And I think my brother deleted my main channel, but I had a second channel he didn't know about, and that's what's remaining. And there's just like a couple videos on there,
dude.
and one is like a satire, but it looks like I'm actually disabled. Like it's just unfortunate for me. Like I'm dancing around to Billie Jean, and just like thrashing around in my room, and then I pretend that my dad is coming in, and I like turn off the camera.
You visited the dentist in one.
Yeah.
Holy
I
shit.
took my camera to the dentist. I like got off of school like halfway through and I filmed the inside like a creep weirdo. and that was a behind the scenes or deleted scenes of me at the dentist. Like I thought that was cool or something.
Those are like archive as shit because those are when you were like young.
That's not even it. There's more because there's that one where it was a collaboration channel between me and Isaac. And
What?
cyanide, yeah,
cookies?
sugar cookies.
What do we have on there?
And there's firework videos of us again. Like
Gavin couldn't come out.
there used to be because YouTube axed annotations, but they used to have them, and I remember specifically that video was like watching 720p. It's like, oh, that's so cool, watching HD 720p. Hell yeah.
Bro.
And it doesn't even look HD. It looks like potato cam. Like,
Oh, that's flip phone
garbage.
camera.
because it's just like, oh, I got a camera. It's like the coolest thing, and then it would break in a week because it was like cheap crap.
Yeah. Some
Get
shit
you by,
give to
though.
a kid.
It's the kind of stuff that has got me to the point where I am now. And I made dumb like home movie videos with friends before all that weren't ever uploaded to YouTube because we didn't even have access to YouTube because we were too young.
Yeah. Sam.
But yeah, it's fun to look back on stuff like that. And hopefully this isn't one of those things. It's like, remember when we did this?
Well, see, we could look back on these even if we're still doing it and be like, man, remember when we started?
Yeah, remember that weird shitty podcast we did that had no motivation or no real goal. It was just like nonsense. That was the best one.
Nah, I even like, and it's not even that long ago. Like, I mean, it is. How do I think about, like, we graduated what, 3 years ago? 2 years ago.
3.
Are we old? Nah.
I'm feeling it. It's weird.
It's crazy that we graduated 3 years ago. That's wild to think about. I don't think I'm old. I'm 21. There's plenty of people way older than me
Right.
doing way more than me. But like,
But when I was younger, and 21 seems like really old.
yeah. But I mean, like,
I don't feel old though. That's the weird
True,
part. But I
true.
do, but I don't.
I feel responsible, I should say.
Yeah, that's a good way
what
to
it
look
is.
at it.
But I look
It's
back,
unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah. I look back at like the skits we did, because we were big into
Oh,
me and
there's
you
those
both.
too. Yeah.
We did skits for like what were they, book reports, or like, it wasn't really a book report, but it was like English guys to be like, read a book, and we'd convince our English teacher to, instead of like making a presentation as a group,
doing a video.
we would do a video on the book, and we did like Old Man in the Sea, To Kill a Mockingbird. And then like we did,
Just other random misfit weird projects.
there was one that I did that you did like pretty much all the work. I just acted in it. That's like, my mom loves that video. My mom loves that video. My mom's always telling me,
That's a good one.
she's gassing me. She's like, you could be a voice actor. I'm like, no, I couldn't. But
It's
I'm
a
like,
good video.
I'm like,
yeah,
thanks for the
can't
gas,
lie.
Mom. It's a good video. I love that video. That video will always be one that I'll like look back on and be like, that was a good time. What it was, I think it was an English class too, because the English
You had to
teachers
do
would
a
always-
presentation about like a process, like anything. All you had to do was like write up a script about a process and then
teach
present
something
it.
to
yeah.
somebody. Teach something to
Like
the class.
somebody in the class showed how to tie their shoe, and all they did was walk up and tied their shoe.
Bro.
That was as low effort as it got. But we
Magic
went above and
trick or
beyond,
something.
or so I say you, because it was individuals we couldn't do together. And then I did like most of the work on yours, and then I filmed a card trick for mine.
Yeah, like I can take full,
Yours had like multiple shots and like
yeah. Oh, we went
a
places
loose
and
script
shit.
and actually like dumb effects in it. Like
Had a
we built a
voiceover on the
doll
whole
just
thing.
to beat up and like throw around.
Harold. I loved Harold, man. Nah. So what it was, and what was the best part of the whole thing is what I did my tutorial on. I convinced the teacher to let me do a tutorial on how to get away with murder. This is in high school, mind you, an English project, and I deadass convinced him. He's like, okay.
As long as it's appropriate.
He let me do a tutorial on how to get away with murder, and I mean, I'm not some psychopath.
It was all in good fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't like really dark or
No,
sinister.
it was light, and I had like jokes on the end that was like lay low, and then I was like laying on the floor. And
It had like the SpongeBob music from the how to, be a Krusty Krab employee episode or whatever.
Yeah. Dude, it was good. And yeah, and then I was like voiceovering like a SpongeBob the thing, and then like I was the actor. And I look back at like videos like that like pretty fondly. I mean, even the ones where we'd have like a big group of like our friend group, and
Mhm.
like, I mean, later they kind of realized that Alex did a lot of the work, and I can take Alex. You've been like savvy in how to make a video like for a while, longer than all of us. And I mean, they don't really do that stuff the way we do. And I mean, you're still better than me. You're leaps and bounds ahead of me. But like, I can probably do some of it. But to you, I mean, I could teach myself, but I don't. But like, you're self-taught. You know it all. But yeah, like back in the day, I mean, the teachers started to catch on that like Alex did pretty much all the work, and we just like acted in it. And some people would like snake their way into the project, and like they were in one,
Right.
they were in like one scene, and
Not
they'd be
to
like,
name any names.
hey, and then that would literally be all the rest of us. Like, I don't want to take too much credit, but like I'd be like, yeah, I mean, I hope to sell pretty big on the one getting like props and outfits
Right. Yeah.
and like stuff like that. It's like, it's not, there was some people that did shit in like location. Like we do some stuff at location at people's houses, like To Kill the Mockingbird. We did a lot at my place, and then we did some at your place. Old Man in the Sea, we did a ton at Ethan's house, like all of it, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like it was
And
location.
then I did a puppet show at home.
Oh my
The thing
God.
is it was like satire on the fact that we wanted to make it look really low effort, like both of them in some cases.
Low effort, but high effort.
Yeah, it wasn't like
It was supposed
crap.
to be goofy.
It was it was like, here the joke is that like it is bad.
Yeah.
Like throwing a spear at a marlin that was just a photo that
Photoshop.
appears on the screen and then disappears.
in the middle of a field.
Yeah,
No water anywhere.
Yeah, that it's just it couldn't be more clear that it was supposed to be like a joke.
I mean, but hot damn, we passed every one like perfectly fine. You know, never had a problem. I mean, because the thing is too, is like, even from a teacher's perspective, I guarantee you each one of them looked at that and they're like, I couldn't edit together that video. These are kids doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's clear that we put effort in it and took time out of our day to go do this. So, I mean, it's like, it shows. But yeah, some people just snake their way into those projects.
That's the beauty of it. Being able to like upload stuff like that and then look back on it. It's fascinating.
It's something that sometimes I'll definitely cringe at myself. I do really bad. I cringe at my old self super bad. I'll probably cringe at these at one point in my life, probably. Maybe not, because these
hopefully in a good way.
Yeah, these aren't really bad, but like some of the older shit I did.
Like you can cringe and be like, I can't believe I used to be like that. And then it's like,
That
I've clearly
obese,
grown
oh my
like
God.
as a person. Like that's why I'm cringing. It's not cringing like, wow, I did a really terrible thing. Why did I put that on the internet? It's more like personal.
Some of my old stuff is kind of like that, because I don't have a lot of like personal and stuff, but like those one Batman videos are pretty bad. Okay, the Minecraft one is worse than the Batman one. That one I like physically cringe at. The one moment, bro, I'll be keeping myself at night thinking about that one moment. Like, what was my dumbass thinking, bro? The one moment where I was like, oh my God, slow that down. That was so cool. And then you literally like edit it over like, nope. And then like put like the derp face or something.
Yeah, like some real 2012
Or like the
old
Doge.
school memes.
Yeah. Man, but I at the same time, like I'll probably fondly look back on a lot of these as like memories that were like, man, I had a good time back then, because like that video ignites the memory of like just playing Minecraft and playing like Sky Wars like a ton. Like we loved that for so long. It was like all we were playing.
It's like some people take photos of when they do stuff and they look back on photos like, oh, remember that? We're not photo people.
Not
I have
at
no
all.
damn photos of myself, barely. Like, I mean, we were messing around with this app that like cartoons you.
I
And he's like, oh, let me go. I have no photos of myself. I'm like, yeah.
I got a single photo of myself on my phone. I ain't never got photos of myself. It's bad. It's like those memes that are like, guys will take one good photo and ride on that for 3 years. It's like, bro,
That's
you riding on
accurate.
one for like 5 years, dude. It's too accurate. That shit hurts sometimes. I'm like, I don't look good ever though. I'm horrible on camera. One thing I look back on those videos is my haircuts were so bad. When my mom used to cut my hair, like I love my mom and everything, but my mom was not good at cutting my hair back in the day. She's got better. She cuts my brother's hair still, I think. Oh man, I would not let her cut my hair. Like, I got money. I'll go pay somebody $20 to cut my hair or something like that. Like, on God, I'm sorry. No.
I don't think I've got it like my hair cut by a person in probably 2+ years now.
I mean, you shave like buzzed though. And that's the thing. Like, if I buzzed, I want to go pay somebody, but I got like hair actually, and I like need to. I'll start growing it out now. I'm gonna get the dude look. I kind of want to dye it again.
Yeah, that was an interesting.
I don't know. I liked my hair dyed. I have like one photo that's not even on my phone. I think it's on my computer that I look at sometimes. I'm like, I think I liked my hair dyed. I think it was a good look for me. Maybe do it a different color, but I don't know. I kind of like blonde. It's a real base color that like it's
nothing
color.
too like
Extreme.
eccentric. Yeah,
I'm not going bright neon green or something.
I still think you should go for the skunk look. Throw a little white in there, in the locks.
White or gray.
Yeah, look like a universal monster. You know, Frankenstein kind of Bride of Frankenstein look.
Maybe
Just
I
a
could do
streak
that.
though.
Just one streak.
Yeah,
That seems real like, I don't mean any offense by it, but it seems real chick like to do that.
That's
I
the
don't know
idea.
why.
No, you got a full stripe down like the center of your head.
Like a car.
Yeah, like a car.
Oh, I mean, they got that racing stripe. You think
Yeah.
I go faster that way?
Yeah. Well, what are you trying to do?
I don't just run faster.
Oh, where do you run now?
Nowhere. my bed, my desk. Just to sit, plop down like a log. Nah, but that's like that's a good topic, man. Just like reminiscing on videos almost. Like, I'll always look back and like, as much as I might cringe at some, it'll always be something that it'll be fond. Like, it'll have a place in my heart.
Yeah,
It'll,
because
make
you
me
took the
feel good.
time to do something, and it's Videos are better than photos.
And
You
it's
can't capture like actual like
moments.
an essence of something in just a photo.
Yeah.
Picture says 1,000 words. Nah, that's bullshit. I mean, if you got a video, that's all the words you need to know.
True. Nah, it's. Oh shit! I lost my train of thought. I had something there.
You had a train of thought?
Why you gotta hurt me like that?
I don't know, man.
Oh no, it's
Where did this even begin?
I don't even know.
So, anyways, let's start the podcast.
Yeah. Nah, but I think we were talking about just the 404 Club and then like kind of talking about old videos. But
the second episode's gonna be a real essence of what this actually means, I feel like.
yeah,
And the past and how we want to move forward doing this. I think for one, more collaborative stuff once the world gets under control. It would be fun to go out and do things, but for right now, this is a good sit down at home and do this.
good place to jump off.
We've got that too, and I think the idea is going to be that when we have somebody else come on as a guest, we'll pop them up on the screen, and then they'll just be like their webcam or whatever.
Yeah.
And they'll hear us through our soundboard and everything, and they can be on the podcast.
Nah, I think that would be interesting, honestly. And I mean, we have two guests in mind that we want to do, our buddies, Will and Jacob. And I think Will would be a good one in person. And I know he's got schooling coming back up. They're reopening the tech that's in town here, and he'll be up. And Alex talked about it last episode where they had the idea for the like hot sauce, water, and then the I forget Everclear. And
that's a real torture game. Just
I wouldn't do that shit. I don't like hot sauce, and I'm not a big drinker either.
I think it'd be fun to do stuff like that and like have segments of regular games we do.
No, yeah, definitely. I think we gotta brainstorm some more ideas.
This was really just let's jump into it and do this right now, because if we don't do it now, we're not gonna do it. We're just gonna sit around and you're gonna wait. This brings us full circle back to the beginning where it's like if you have the stuff to do it, just do it.
I think
there's nothing stopping you.
Would be some amazing content is we do like our own hot ones, but you and Will.
So just rip off hot ones. That's the amazing content idea.
Straight up rip off hot. Well, I'm not saying it's like an original, but
we already did that,
but we didn't record it. I think it'd be interesting to like record you guys and just kind of like it'd be something cool to document. I think that's what I mean. Like. But I mean, we have our own original ideas.
Transform it somehow, though. How would we integrate the idea of?
I'm not saying wings because I mean, Will's vegan now. You'd have to do like
you
chicken
could do
nuggets
vegan
or something. Yeah. But I think you know what would be cool. You know what I was thinking when you were talking about the hot sauce thing and like the alcohol is that like shot checkers.
Oh yeah.
Something with that. Maybe
shot chess, huh?
I'm taking you, bro. I'm walking out of there.
Problem is, I wouldn't even get a single like pawn off of you where you'd have to take a shot.
Oh,
I would be plastered by the end of the day.
Got some stuff up my sleeve now, man.
That could be really fun, yeah.
Yeah, but
does that make for good podcast content necessarily?
I'm not
chess?
saying podcast necessarily. I'm saying general content down the line because the 404 Club channel is where we'll upload this, and I know you said we're gonna have this up on like other locations that we're able to
it'll have an RSS feed, so it should go out to pretty much most of the places you can get podcasts to listen to audio.
But what I mean is like, and I'm talking more, I mean, we have plenty of ideas for plenty of stuff. I mean, there's, like I said, the Twitch stuff.
So take the format, but instead of just podcasts, we rip it out, throw on like other mics, and then
or
do just straight videos.
I'm talking like straight video content to upload to YouTube. We can make little TikTok stuff with that even. I mean, I'm not really big into that. I mean, but we could do something.
I'm not either, but I made the accounts for the idea of just throw up as much as we can on there, possibly. And maybe a couple people will see it and like, click on it.
I mean, you look at Jacob, and I mean, that
guy's TikTok famous at this point. Jesus.
He's got like a few clips. He's got one. I mean, I don't mean to beg, but I'm like the whole voice in it. Like, what? He's got 1 million views on that thing.
Yeah.
And it's like literally just me talking and you going, what?
Really? I was in it?
I think you said like one thing when I was walking by.
We were playing Viscera.
Yeah.
That's another thing with the idea. We've been really big into playing Binding of Isaac out on the couch.
True.
We got a Switch. That could be fun to just do like couch gaming and like stream actually
Need to get it.
instead of
See,
podcast.
that's something I'd be down to stream, like us just chilling and playing and like challenging ourselves. And I mean, like on one night or something, one of us could take off work and we could just like drink that night, like challenge drinking. Every time you take a hit, drink or something. I think that would be entertaining. But I mean, there's plenty of
At
ideas.
least fun for us.
I mean, yeah, like even if we don't get traction, I mean, you keep at something and like you'll start to get a little bit. I mean,
Well, going back to what you said, it'll just be something to look back on.
exactly.
That's how I look at it. I don't expect to blow up. Like
See.
I'm not
Oh no. Yeah.
going after being like fame or money.
I genuinely have
I'm
fun
doing
with
it
this.
just because it is like something I do enjoy doing.
Yeah. I am
And I
having
should do
fun.
it more. I've got the stuff and the willpower, the know-how. Might as well.
True. Yeah. There's just a lot of stuff in our future for what we want to do media content wise. Other games too. I mean, maybe some cool games that are like co-op come out and some shit and we're like, yo, that'd be cool. I mean, I can't think of any, honestly. The game scene's been a little dry lately, to be honest. But
They don't make co-op games anymore.
what's with that?
Yeah, it's like a dying genre.
That's sad.
Like couch co-op, it's just like not a thing. Like most games don't even have like split screen anymore.
It's crazy to think about, man.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's like that is such an old thing now.
We're old because of that.
Now we're back to we come full circle. We've called back everything we've talked about so far. It's time to end it.
No, but I'm honestly really looking forward to like the future of this, and not even this specifically. I'm looking forward to the future of this getting more. I don't want to say structure because I love the looseness of it where we just bounce all over the place. But I mean, just doing more with it and venturing out on ideas and doing more stuff. And I'm looking forward to streaming under the 404 Club and doing stuff with that and even just doing like the cooking show if we get around to doing something with that, or even if I'm not in content pieces, like I love hanging out or even having like other like-minded individuals around who like get hyped about this kind of stuff. Like it is enjoyable to do, and I mean like people like our buddy Will, like I think we're similar, but Will's got crazy different hobbies than us. He loves building masks and everything like that, and I think that's awesome.
That's what another thing about this, especially the podcast, the nature of it lends really well to people who like we know who have different like avenues that they explore, like whether it's music, art, writing, or anything like that. And
Hobbies
like
in general.
just having them come on here and talk about what they're passionate about, and then they share it with the people that they know might bring traction back to here, and it also markets themselves. It's a
Perfectly
good give and
balanced.
take. Yeah.
Thing is with me and you, and it's not a bad thing, we're very like-minded individuals with like what we like and stuff like that. I mean, there's drastic difference in some things, like, but most things, like what I'm kind of breaking down now, it's the same. But honestly, talking about Will, what would be cool is like, how you went over and made a mask? We do a video where we just go and make a mask with Will. I feel like
I'm
that'd
sure
be
that
fun.
would be.
I'm sure he'd love that too. And the difference is what's crazy different about us and Will, like Will's like into it and like he's like in the community, like he sells them and everything. Like the guy makes a buck off of it. I mean, he's got tons of, student loans and stuff or whatever to my knowledge. Like, I don't know. So I mean, he's not like some rich guy or anything. Yeah, he is. That guy's making the bag. Nah, but I mean, he's really talented at it and he fucking loves it. It's not a hobby at this point. It's gone a little past a hobby, I'd say, honestly.
It's like a brand.
Yeah, I mean, he's branded himself. Wisconsin Mask Collector, go check him out. But I mean, I love the guy. I consider him a good friend, and I mean, like, I have a small friend group. I keep it tight knit, of people that I like genuinely trust and enjoy being around, like-minded individuals. Like I said, I know he loves doing stuff like this too, this podcast stuff, and I think it would just be awesome to do stuff with him, collab with him. Just kind of do all kinds of shit. Don't limit ourselves.
Right. And then go into a haunted asylum and
I won't
hunt
do
ghosts.
that. Oh hell no! You could get Jacob. I guarantee you, Jacob and
Well,
Will
yeah,
do that shit
we
with you.
talked about that. That's something we want to do in the future at some point. Is ghost equivalent,
Oh, I'm not doing that.
hunting. Even though I don't really believe in ghosts, I think it'd just be fun to like mess with the equipment and stuff and like try to be genuine about it and see if we get any kind of like spook.
I live in the world of deniability, and if I can't prove that any of it's real, I can just safely live on in my life,
Yeah.
in my small little world.
Can you prove that something's gonna come and grab your foot when it's out under the covers, or
No, but shit still terrifies me. All right, that's why I don't even want to like. Nah.
you do that tuck thing?
Oh fuck yeah.
Rip the blanket up.
Oh, then no chance I'm falling asleep. I can see. Here's the thing. I tuck it, but like if I wake up and my foot's outside of my blanket, I'm not falling back asleep unless I like bring it back in and like tuck it under. But like it'll happen in the middle of the night. I'll be like, ooh, I'm a little warm, and I'll just like clearly, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, if I wake up and I can tell, I'm like, oop, gotta like completely bundle up again, like super tight. Nothing can get me under the blanket somehow. The blanket is safety.
You gotta broaden your horizons.
I don't know.
You will play Shot Sauce at some point when this game comes to fruition.
I hate hot sauce. On God,
what would you trade it out for?
Booze.
That is equally as torturous. What if it was traded out for like clam juice or something like that? It's not gonna like hurt your tongue, but it's gonna be gross. Like,
here's the thing. I don't like subjecting myself to.
That's the game, though. That's the idea.
Where's the joy in
so
that?
Much fun, Jan.
I don't like subjecting myself to shit like that. That's like, dude, why would I do that? Nah, I'm not some truth or dare bullshit. I don't like that shit. I don't know. I've never been like that.
It'll happen.
It won't happen. I'm putting it in word. The words are out there. Write that shit in stone.
Okay. I think we got enough of talking about the future and what we want to do with this.
I think this was a pretty well formatted and
it wasn't tangents, but it was something.
We were pretty
to a subject. Good to explain, I guess, what the idea is behind this entire thing.
Yeah. I mean,
get that out of the way early so we can just bullshit on the next episode about other random junk.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the future of everything that we got. That
maybe have a guest on next time.
Yeah, if we can hook that up, I'm sure we can get somebody up on here that'd love to come on and just shoot the shit about stuff.
Or in person, we've got the microphones for it. It's just we'd have to kind of reposition this whole setup.
Yeah, we'd have to go the other way and have somebody in the middle.
Right. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, are we gonna do an outro? We gonna do some sort of outro?
What do we do outros?
Well, when we eventually get sponsored by G Fuel.
Right.
No, but I don't know. Something little. We don't need something extravagant.
Didn't we just say goodbye last time?
I feel like that's too little, though.
It's funny, though. That's the thing. It's like, all right, bye. And then it ends. Maybe there's like music or something.
All right, well, see you guys.
Okay, bye. And then it ended.